My name is Ed Muransky. I am a proud graduate of St. Cyril Methodius Grade School, Cardinal Mooney High School, freshman year 1974, graduated in 78. I was an extra large child, let's just put it nicely. And obviously, even in the second and third grade, everybody in the neighborhood was talking about playing for the Wilson Little Redmen, and my dad thought because of my size I should go out. So in the third grade, he took me for the sign-ups at Woodrow Wilson High School on the south side. And I was informed in the third grade, because I was 165 pounds, that there was a 130-pound max weight limit, so that was not happening. So I felt bad, but my parish had a school at the time that had a football team, St. Cyril Methodius, in downtown Youngstown. And the only weight limit they had is for running the ball. So I could have been a great running back. But my dad and mom transferred me from Taft School to St. Cyril Methodius in the fourth grade. Got a great education there, but strictly kind of to play football. So that was the start of my football career as a fourth grader, being bigger than everyone on the team, but not being very good. But that was my start. Obviously, following Mooney when they won the state championship, going to the state championship, semifinals and finals, that was obviously a great run. Ted Bell and Rich Marsico, who was an offensive tackle on that team, were kind of my idols. Freshman year at Mooney. And during that time, St. Dom's was a big feeder school. No longer open, but Bob Stoops came out of St. Dom's, a lot of other great players. And you had Len Bartlemay come out of St. Dom's, who was a great linebacker, started as a freshman for Mooney. Jack Lowe, great running back, came out of the south side of Youngstown. And then a lot of us big guys. So our freshman team under Roy Nard, I think Coach Nard retired, we were undefeated, unscored upon our freshman year. Sophomore year, I was probably 6'6". You know, we were talking earlier about size 14, size 15 shoe. I was probably 250 pounds. I was uncoordinated. And Coach Bucci tried to play me during those times and was on me, and it just wasn't clicking for me. So I had the great fortune, I always talk to kids about this, that you never know when that person who's going to change your life is going to come along. I had a coach, Ted Loolakis, who was my line coach, who got a hold of me sophomore year and told me that I wasn't working hard enough, gave me the confidence that he thought I had all the skill in the world to get a scholarship wherever I wanted in the country to play football, but it was all up to me on how hard I wanted to work, and that he was with me all along the way. And that changed my life. That truly did, and like a light bulb went on in my head years later. You don't remember a lot of the big wins. You remember the heartache, defeats, and who you were with. It's kind of crazy, but in high school that was true. Our junior year back then, a lot of the older people out there remember they didn't have computer rankings. They had Division A, AA, and AAA. Mooney was one of the bigger schools, so we were AAA. And from our standpoint, we were ranked second in the state in AAA. And we had to go to Dayton to play Cincinnati Moeller, who on that team at Michigan then, I ended up playing against, I think they had 5 guys from that team go to the University of Notre Dame. So let's just say that it was probably at that time the worst loss in Mooney history, although we made it to the semifinals. I guess that's the good news, but I think it was 48-6 or something like that. So that was a downtime, but we had a great year. We had a great group of seniors that year as juniors. And then senior year, guys started to get recruited. You started to get letters in the mail from all these colleges that you used to dream about, which was pretty cool. We had obviously the same team that went undefeated. We had a good team our senior year as well. We won many Steel Valley championships. You know, the bonds you have during those times are bonds forever. You talk about a team sport. You talk about having your back. You talk about having to have work ethic to go down to the flats at Mill Creek Park and run when everyone else is screwing around during the summer. You talk about double sessions on the field where there's bumpers coming out of the field and worried about, you know, getting cut and all that. it takes you mentally and physically beyond where you think you could go. And you don't play football, everyone has their last day of football, but I really think in the overall scheme of life, everybody has those same issues, and being there and pushing yourself beyond it, knowing you could do it, I think helps you in everything you do the rest of your life.